I'm back.
Okay. All right, Paul. So both of you are going to do a mental test, a willpower.
Okay.
So I'll give you at least one positive die for the actual test, and then two negatives, and then whatever you think you can offset it with, use that.
So two positives, you said?
One
And
positive, two negative, and then if you could use another something else for a positive.
okay,
Um,
let me see.
Me and Shannon were just talking about the mental effects of these attacks and the things you've seen would have on you.
Yeah, I don't feel like I really have anything that's gonna help
So I
dissuade
have three.
that stress.
Just a quick learner, but my negatives, I'm compulsive, so I mean that makes it probably even worse. But
Well, no, this is just
so
you
just
try
roll
to
two.
deal what you see. Three, one positive, two negative.
You see my numbers.
Uh,
Oh, I see your numbers.
six, six. All right, so you take two stress, Paul.
I'm
Um,
already at.
in mental.
Okay.
Um, so I didn't hear what you got, Shannon.
I got a 1, a 4, and a 2.
So one positive, four, and two for the negative. So you take
1
uh,
stress.
yeah, we'll say one.
Well, because like with the negatives, it's like if I get below 2, that's good. 2 and below, that's good.
Yeah, if that you pass. Well, yeah, this is like a horror check basically.
Okay,
So you passed a horror check, you still take
but I
one
still take 1. Okay.
stress. Okay. All right. So
See, if I was trying to roll high, I'd be killing it.
yes, you probably would be. All right. So the farmer and the boys start to clean up the mess in the house. What are you guys going to do?
Oh man, I don't know. Um, it's like still early morning hours.
Yeah, it's like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning.
um, huh. I feel like I wanna get out of here. I want to talk to
Yeah,
them about like
maybe
getting in the
getting a
car.
vehicle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's like, look, it's not safe to stay here for any of us. Like, let's go.
All right. Yeah, he's going to be like, nah, this is my land. I'm not going anywhere. I'll just hold up here.
Let us use a vehicle.
You could try to steal it. He's not going to give it to you willingly. you know. Uh,
Well, you told us you were going to give us a ride in town.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. As soon
You
as
give
they,
us a ride.
when they open up, it's like again, it's only 5 o'clock in the morning. You got a couple hours. But as soon as it opens up, they'll take you to town.
What do you mean when it opens up? Places aren't opening up anymore. Like we gotta, like you saw what just happened. Like this is serious. Like we need to keep moving. Like you've got your family, you're trying to keep safe. We're trying to keep our family safe.
Okay.
So we gotta go.
He said, "Well, I'll drop you off in the town, but like I said, that they won't be open. You can hang around there for a little bit, see if they,
All right.
what Rusty says." So, all right, you hop in. He drives you down to two Rusties. Um, what he's going to do? You going to wait for it to open, or just keep moving? Or...
What's the town look like?
It doesn't look like it's been hit by anything. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I guess we just wait on guard, kind of
Okay.
around the place.
All right. So, about 7:30, Rusty comes in. He opens the shop. He explains what happens. He gets the car, tows it. He has a radiator in stock. He repairs it. You're on your way.
Uh,
Um, we know incident. you you go back on the road. You start. You're headed. You're still going northeast or northwest rather. Um. So you drive that entire day, on the back roads. Let me see how far. So you keep driving. You actually, Paul, give me a logic test.
Okay.
No negatives, just one logic. +1 for the quick learner.
Am I trying to teach him to drive?
Okay, 1.
All right, so you pass. So Chad teaches you how to drive a stick without burning down a clutch, and
Ew.
you kind of take shifts. So you get into South Dakota. You take shifts. You drive all day and night. And you come by an Indian reservation there. I forget what they call it, the Badlands. I forget which one is up there. And here, on the whole way up, you see there's pockets of damage done by weather and all that natural disasters. But here you can see like almost a straight line of damage and non-damage. The non-damage being on the Indian reservation side.
Hmm.
Okay. So what he's going to do? You're going to continue on? You're going to stop at the reservation to talk to these guys, or?
Well, it seems like Indian reservations we've heard are a little more safe. Comparatively, there hasn't been as weird stuff going on there.
Right.
We could stop by. I mean, why would we stop by though? I mean, what's our?
We want to. Well, we could want to rest. We could want to find out why these are safer. Try and figure that out. So yeah, I would think the key motivator is going to be figuring out why is it
information.
Yeah, like what are you guys doing that's so different? Like you feeding your animal something, or yeah. So we're gonna try to stop and go in and talk to them.
All right, so you drive up, and like most of them, it's kind of a ghetto. It's they try to maintain it, but they're poor people. Yeah, most of them living in like trailers and stuff like that. And you come to their town hall type deal, whatever that may be. And one of the guys is there, and you start a conversation out with him. And he says, "Yeah, I don't know why. It's we believe, you guys heard of the Noah Ark scenario. It's pretty much one of them in every culture. We have our own version of it. We think that's what's going on. It's just Mother Nature's thinning the herd, so to speak. In humanity, before the TVs went out, there was reports of other places in the world too, not only Native American lands, but out in the Gobi Desert and the Savannah Desert, Sahara Desert rather, and then up in the Arctic Circle and stuff like that. It just seems to be people who live simple that are
like
surviving.
Indigenous peoples.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
or people that are more in touch with nature.
Yeah, things to that effect. I mean, us Native Americans, as some of you may know, there's alcoholism running rampant through our reservations in the last couple decades, but we don't go around destroying the land, and we fight against drilling for oil and all that on our lands.
Mm-hmm.
So that could be it. We just don't know, but we do know there are other places out there, with people tree huggers, as you would call them, you know, who don't seem to be affected by this as much.
Hmm. Yeah, because it's mostly like cities that are being destroyed. And like the little towns don't seem to be as affected because they're probably not as exploitative of nature.
Yeah, yeah, and he says, like again, before the TVs went out, there were some instances of towns having, you know, weather effects and natural disasters. Most of these were like old mining towns or things of that nature. Yeah. Towns with power plants in them, things of that nature.
Mhm. Okay, so maybe that's why Fargo seems like it's a safer area because they're not. I mean, it's just like a lot of snow.
Yeah, four buildings and yeah.
Hmm.
All right, so what are these guys gonna do next?
Um, Thank him for the information and keep on rolling.
Yeah.
All right, so uh, you get back in the car. Before you go, he says you should get gas. You know, the pumps are starting to run dry. You maybe stockpile up on gas a little bit.
Yeah.
Uh,
Get some tanks.
Yeah. So I'm assuming, first gas station you go, you stockpile.
yeah.
All right. So you get back on the road, um, and you get within about 15 miles of Fargo, and there's National Guards blockading the road, and they pull you over, and they ask for your ID and all that. Um, they ask you, where you going, what's your business, stuff like that.
Uh-huh. I give him my ID and I tell him my family's in there. I'm
Mhm.
trying to get to him.
Okay. Um,
My uncle lives at this address and da da da, and I've been here before.
what you can see is I didn't draw a map for this, but all right. Basically, like I said, you're on the road here, and they got a barricade across the road, and then there's
Road.
yeah, it's with
I'm
that
seeing
black
a
box.
white grid. Oh, okay, got you.
Well, I guess. Uh, and then there's two, not two, two. There's two transports there, one on each side of the road. And behind these transports, you can see a couple cars parked across.
Like transports like vehicles.
Yeah, like
Okay.
the trucks, not the Deuce and a Haze, something smaller than that. But um, behind that, you can see. Behind that, you can see some cars on either side of the road in front of these military transports.
Hmm.
Um, so the guy, the guard says, "I don't know if we can let me in. Let me check with my commander. Why don't one of you give me a logic test?"
Retire.
I got 3.
Um, Three also.
Yeah, so whoever.
I'll want you roll.
You want me to roll?
It's got to get good, man.
I just got a 1 last time, so okay, I'll try again. 1 again. Hey.
Yeah.
One again. All right. So, um, like I said, you got the road, and then got the road block. Military transport here and here, and then there's like three cars, two lined up in front of each of the transports. All right, so Paul, you look at this car here, and you see, you're in the passenger side. Who's driving?
I'm driving.
Shit.
All right, so you see the car here in front of the first transport there, and you see the front door open, and you see a bloodied hand hanging out of the door, like at ground level, at the floor level of the car. Okay, and the soldier comes back, and you see another soldier get out of the other transport and like come around the other side of your car, and they pull their weapons, and you say, "Nah, we can't let you in." But he's come with us. Ah, damn it. So what are you going to do? Here you go. We'll say this is the transport.
They've got their guns drawn on us.
Yeah, right now there's only two. There's one on each side of the car, but you can see like through the driver mirror here. There's one more in this one and one more in this one.
You see a car up front with a dead person hanging out of it.
Yeah.
You're not completely sure she's dead, or
The
he.
bloody hand hanging.
Yeah, bloody hand.
So. Yeah. So.
Well, if these are military guys and they have guns on us, we kind of got to do what they say.
Okay.
They say, yeah, come. They're saying like, come with us. Like, get out of the car and come with us.
Right.
I think I'll be like, look, we just won't try to come in, and like, just we'll leave.
Oh yeah.
And they say, no, we can't let you do that.
Well, why not? We're not trying to get into your place.
We just decide it's not such a good idea.
Okay.
If you want to try and persuade him, you could take a test.
I'll try. I'm a good negotiator.
Yeah, we try.
So what I roll here?
Bring up your sheet. It would be your
Social.
Yeah, it would be social. Let me bring it up. It would be charisma.
Charisma. Great.
I'll be right back when my kids is crying.
Wow.
So what? Do I get a positive for the good at negotiating?
Yeah.
So roll 2.
Right. And then we're going to say 2 negatives because he doesn't seem like he wants to be persuaded.
Okay. 2, 2, 5, 4.
All right, so 2 and 2 are your positives, so that's enough to pass, right?
Yeah. 2 positives and the negatives didn't pass.
Right. So you take two social stresses.
I take stress for that?
Yeah, the negatives failed. They didn't cancel each other out.
Even if they're higher, they just automatically fail on that?
No, you passed the test, but you still take stress.
Okay, because the negative dice,
Yeah.
even though they're so low? Okay.
Yeah, right. So they let us go?
Nah, you say, look, here's the deal. I'm trying to let you get away without killing you. Is basically what's going on. You can either come with us, or you can fight us with this, and it's not going to end well for you.
All right. I guess we got to go with them.
Yeah, military dudes with guns drawn on us, what are we going to do?
Yeah.
Okay, so...
Not much for shooting military people.
So the one's got the gun drawn on you. The other one comes around and he puts those like zip tie handcuff things on you, and then he puts on each of you, and then
Bless you.
Am I being detained?
being detained. they strap you up with them, and then they put you in the back of one of the transports. Okay, and then we'll say this is your car here. The car's in the middle of the street. After they do that, they pop your trunk and they start rummaging through your stuff in the back. And then you can hear the one go to the other and say there's another car's coming. So the one hops in your car and he drives it up in front of these other two out of the way. And then one of the guards comes over and it's like one of them transports with like the half circle roofs with the cloth around it. You know, he goes by and ties the back door so you can't really see outside. So you hear a diesel vehicle coming up the road. And then all of a sudden you hear gunfire going off. Yeah. So as it's going on, you see a couple holes rip open in the cloth in this enclosure that you're in. There's a couple other people in there with you. There's 6 other people. You know, a couple couples and then 2 kids. So what are you going to do?
Well, there's shooting happening.
Yeah.
I'm going to duck.
All
Yeah,
right.
get down, try to get these twist ties off or whatever.
All right. So, oh yeah, you could try to roll for it. The twisted ties. Guess we'll be dexterity.
That's dexterity and try to get a.
I'm getting mine off. I'll get yours off when I'm done. Well,
they didn't have time to like.
I guess we both roll, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. They didn't really have time to strip you off. They took like your guns off you, but they didn't really frisk you also.
So do I have my knife on me?
I'm going to say yes. Question is, can you reach your knife? Yeah. So
we can definitely do this. So
I'm going to say 2 negatives. Whatever you roll, 2 negatives.
Well, no. Hold on.
Shannon can reach my knife.
Yeah. I'm going to get his knife, and I'm going to hold it, and I'm going to cut through his zip ties, and then he's going to cut through mine. That's the plan. We're not going to try to cut ourselves out. We're going to work together.
Okay. All right, so we'll go back to 1 negative. All right, so you guys roll. I'll be right back. You guys roll and describe what happened.
Okay. So I'm trying to get his knife. So that's what I'm rolling 1.
Why are you rolling?
I rolled a 1. So I got your knife, and we did exactly what I described.
So we cut out.
Yep. So what do you think is going on with these military dudes?
They're either shady dudes or they're just trying to steal stuff off people.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're totally shady. Just like they're just trying to get supplies from them. They're like looting all these vehicles. They're just gonna try to off us.
Come on, Nudge, get out of the way. Attaboy. All right, so what happened?
So
did Paul fail?
Well, no, I rolled a 1.
Okay.
So I feel like we were able to do what I described. All he basically had to do was lie there.
All right, so you cut Paul free. Did you take any negatives? Did the negatives cancel each other out or anything?
I just rolled 1 positive. I can roll another one to see what the negative would be.
Okay.
Oh, I got 2 1s.
All right, so
that they cancel each other out. Is that right?
yeah, so I'll say you cut Paul free without any stress.
Uh-huh.
And then Paul, you're free. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna cut Shannon free.
Okay, so just give me 1 positive. You know, you're not bound anymore. So.
Really?
Yes, gotta see if it works or not, or just slice an artery.
Whoa.
2. I'm good.
Okay, thank goodness. survive killer cows and monkeys, but you can't like just cut the plastic from my wrist.
All right, so what are you just going to help these other people out? They're all bound up too, or the gunfire is still going on?
Well, can they talk to us?
Yeah, that's like what's been going on here?
What the hell's going on here? They're just
Uh,
robbing people?
Well, yeah, the one guy says, yeah, we don't know. We were trying to get into the city, and they pulled us over. They just rifled through our stuff. They killed my sister because she put up too much of a struggle, I guess. And they just took our vehicle and started rooting through our gear.
All right, what weapons do you guys have?
They took all of our weapons. We don't have any right
You guys don't
Yeah,
have anything? You don't have any knives or anything?
now.
Sticks?
All right, well, we cut them free.
Yeah.
And then we have to, if we can get to, do you guys have weapons in your cars?
We did. We don't know if they're still there.
All right, so here's the plan. While they're out there occupied with shooting and with whatever's coming up the road, run to your cars, try to, get some weapons and fight back.
Okay. So, how are you going to get out of this vehicle?
We're taking a cloth. You said it was like a cloth.
Yeah, you could cut through the side. Yeah, all right. That's what you're gonna do. You're gonna cut through the side.
Yeah.
Towards the front.
Yeah, we're gonna go out towards the front, like not towards the back where all the shooting's happening.
Yeah, I mean, maybe on the side that's not towards the road.
Okay. All right. So again, as you're doing all this, you can still hear the gunfire. It's automatic rifle. Automatic weapons. You can hear them going off. And, you hear a ricochet, the bullets hitting the metal and all that. So, you're sending them to their car. What are you guys doing?
We're going to our car.
I mean, can we peek what's in the front of this cab? Is there people inside the cab of this truck?
Yeah, you can, and they all got out.
Are there any weapons in there?
Check anything? Yeah, check for weapons.
There's no weapons in there. They took them with them. They all got out. What you do see is in front of this other transport here, you can see 4 guys in front of it firing back towards the road. They're using that other transport as cover.
Okay. So whoever.
So can we crawl behind this other car?
Yeah, like this car, the one on the left, which they're like crouching. There's the transport on the left, which we're using as cover, and then there's the car behind it.
Right.
Basically, because everybody's out on the other side of this transport. So okay, forget that car. Like our car's up front. There's no way they were able to get all of our weapons that quickly. They basically just took what was on us. Search if the cars are numbered, 1, 2, 3, and ours is number 3. Like forget about car number 1.
Okay,
Search they're all going to go to number 2 to try to get something to fight with, and we're going to our car to get our stuff.
Okay. All right. So you just run over to it, right? You do see you have a flat. A bullet hit the rear tire of your car.
No.
And then you see these guys. You see 2 of them get their heads blown off. Another one's lying on the ground holding his leg, and the third one is still firing back at these guys. So
these are the military guys that we're seeing dying.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, the first group looks through this car and says, no, there's no weapons in here. They must have put them in this other transport. Your vehicle, on the other hand, you still do. They just threw them in the back, like they kind of got caught surprised by this other car coming up the road.
All right.
So I'm assuming you're gonna grab them.
Yes.
Oh yes.
Okay. And what are you going to do?
I'm going to sneak around to the front of car number 2 and kind of like try and look down the road to see what's going on, because there's to see who's shooting at the military people.
Okay. All right. So you look down the road and basically what you see more military transports, but these ones are in full camo, you know. You see a couple of Humvees, and you think in the far back you see a tank.
Hmm.
You said we're about 5 miles out of town?
About 15.
15.
Does this other car got a flat?
Fuck it, jump in the car. Sorry about the language.
Yeah,
Jump in the car and just drive with the flat. I mean, we're only going 15 miles. I mean,
Yeah, we really just need to get away.
yeah,
We
exactly. I
can
mean,
change it.
all right.
Yeah, we don't really need to.
yeah, we don't want
I'm
to. We don't
gonna
want to mess with it.
content to let them shoot it out. If our car is not
They're
drivable,
distracted, obviously.
yeah. If our car is not drivable for some reason, we're just gonna take that other one.
All right. So you're in your car that keeps changing every scene. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So.
Yeah, we just peel off, so like we're a mile at least down the road.
Down the road. Okay.
So we're not hearing gunfire anymore.
Okay. And you just let them other people there.
Yeah.
We tell them to go. Like, get in your car,
Good
drive.
luck.
Yeah, like get out of here. Now's your chance.
All right. So you pull off. You're safe. And you can still when you pull over to fix the flat, you can still hear little spurts of gunfire, and then it just stops.
Hmm.
Okay. So you fixed the flat, obviously, right?
Yes.
I guess we'll do a mental check for that. For that ordeal you just went through.
Okay.
So let's go 101. The
Here.
Positive,
willpower.
negative.
Yeah, on willpower.
I got a 4 and a 3. So that means I failed my positive and I failed my negative.
Yeah, just take a stress. And mental.
Yep.
I got my positive. The negative's a 6.
All right. See, I don't know how to handle stuff like this. You passed the test, but you.
The negative's a 6, though. That's like the lowest number. Well, I mean,
With the negative dice, it really doesn't. The only thing
The negative is bad as if it only matches your positive.
right. It'll cancel.
But if you fail, you fail.
Yeah.
yeah, but
That's
I
why
got
I got-
positive and then a 6.
All right, we're just gonna say you take a stress and mental. The
So I take a
numbers on
stress
the,
also.
yeah, the numbers on the
So
negative.
I passed and I take a stress. He failed. He takes a stress.
Yeah, I could actually give Shannon 2
Maybe I
stresses
should take
for
2
failing. Yeah,
I should
we'll
take-
say that. You'll give you 2 for failing.
Okay.
Okay, so that
Well,
gives me
I'm
some.
full on level 1 in stress.
Yeah, I am too. And
So
mental. So now I have
No, Paul,
some
that's social.
fortitude.
Oh, that's social. Okay,
Yeah.
so
You could go over to mental.
how do I get this to disappear? There it goes. And then, okay, got it.
Well, here's the deal. Now that you're full on the 1 tier, you got a die of resistance now. So for every for all the negative dice you roll in this category next time, you can remove 1
One.
negative die. Even with the
Okay, So on my physical, I'm also like that too.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's a little fiddly, because you passed the test. Whatever.
I think the negative is just like, yes, you technically passed, but and then you were so unfortunate that your negative die canceled it out. So, sorry, too
Yeah.
bad. Like, you didn't actually pass
Right.
because it got canceled.
Because the 6 would cancel the 3.
No, because if you say you rolled a 3 on your negative,
Yeah.
so that they would cancel each other out, so you would actually not pass the test.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I straight up,
So how does the negative die fail? It just never fails. It's just a negative.
No,
thing.
yeah,
it just
a negative,
cancels the potential positives.
The only thing the numerical value for the negative dice is to cancel out one of the positive dice. Other than that, you're always going to take a stress for each negative die.
Okay.
But we got in a situation there where you actually passed the test, but you still took a negative hit. Yeah.
Okay.
So I failed and took a negative, so that's why I took 2.
Yeah. Like I said, it's a little fiddly. All right. So as you're changing the tire, you see these military transports coming up the road, and the lead Humvee pulls over.
How are we
So
that slow at changing a tire? They just
You're
finished a
only a mile
gunfight and they're already
away.
dumb enough.
You're
So
only
they finished a gunfight, didn't check any of these trucks for any more people or anything, and then they drove up and caught up to us.
Well, there was a convoy of them. They left some there to check, and they kept moving on.
Okay.
Yeah. So the lead Humvee pulls over, and a guy gets out. He says, Captain William Booth, you guys okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're just changing a tire.
He says, be careful. There's been some people posing as National Guards, and basically what they're doing is they're going out and robbing people. The Army is aware of this. I'm from the Big Red One, from Fort Riley there. We're trying to secure the area now to weed these people out. So just be careful. If you want, we can escort you to town after, you get your tire changed, or you can go on your own. So your call.
No, let's go with the military.
I'll take the free escort, yeah.
Okay. So,
Help
he
us
said,
change this tire.
all right, so yeah, he gets one of the grunts to get out, change the tire. Help you change the tire. So you fall in the convoy behind the Humvee in front of the transports. Yeah. And again, you can see it's kind of long. There's 4 or 5 Humvees, 4 or 5 transports, and then 2 tanks. It's kind of a longer convoy rather.
They got tanks with them? Okay.
It's the Army, man. They don't fuck around.
Okay.
Yeah. So, you get to the city limits, the Army goes their way to try and secure the town, the bridges and all that. You guys find the apartment building that Shannon's wife and kids were in. And again, so far the town looks fine. There's no damage or nothing. It's a little sketchy. There's been some looting and stuff like that. You can see at one point there was maybe a couple riots, but the local authorities squashed it pretty quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's not hit like everything else has been hit.
Right. Weather-wise and all that. No, it's just this is human damage done.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, you go to Uncle. What the hell do we call him? Henry? Bob?
Henry, yeah.
Henry. You go up to Uncle Henry's place. Again, it's on the top floor of the tallest building in the city, the 5th floor.
The
Right off of Main Street. And your wife and kids are there, and they're happy to see you.
Yay!
Paul, you see Teresa. They're all sitting around, or sitting around table playing board games because the TV's out.
And we've trained them well.
Yeah, you trained them well. Yeah, and they actually tell you the power's been cutting in and out, along with the water, and then the internet's just gone. So are the phones. All right, so as this is going on, a storm starts to roll in. What do you guys plan to do?
Kind of storm, like a thunderstorm, a snowstorm.
It's right now it's a thunderstorm. The clouds are real black. It did get chillier out, but nothing's falling yet. It's starting to roll in. You can see lightning once in a while.
Yeah, I say just kind of hunker down. Where are we gonna go that's any safer?
Any reservations around here?
No, it's about 8 hours the other way. 10 hours, I don't know.
Fargo's probably got one close. Never know.
I'm thinking it's like the Black Hills though, or the Blackfoot Mountains out there.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we just, yeah. I mean, I can think of if there's no, uh, I'm gonna say like nature-friendly peoples around.
Go hang out with the military or see what they're telling people to do. I don't know.
Is that what you want to do? You want to talk to the military again? All right.
I mean, yeah,
Um,
they're kind of around securing the town, see what they're doing.
all right. Well, since you're in the tallest building in Fargo, you can see everything. Um, you see, they set up a checkpoint by one of the bridges going across the river to Minnesota. That's the closest one to you. And then, you see the way you came in, you can see there's even more vehicles coming in. More Humvees and transports and stuff like that.
Hmm.
So, what you gonna go to the checkpoint or try and wave one of them down?
I don't know how helpful it's going to be for us to stay in an area that's going to keep getting more and more and more people.
Yeah.
Like, it seems like kind of being somewhere with a smaller number is going to be more advantageous to us because nature isn't really going to come down on us as hard.
I'm saying go to an Indian reservation.
Yeah. Um, so we asked my Uncle Henry, like, what if he knows of any. We described, like, places like the Indian reservations, the indigenous peoples around the world kind of, like, have been better protected
Conservation
from
center.
these things. Like, does he know of any groups like that in the area? Like, I can't think of the word. I want to say, like, retreat centers, but, like,
Commune,
yeah, something like that.
hippie commune.
Yeah,
Become,
somewhere that's going to be like nature positive.
okay.
Because when I go up here, I go to see him, and that's pretty much all we've done besides that and camping. I don't think it's the best idea to just go camping out in the middle of the woods without.
Free of a few trees. All right. So he says the only one I
You guys
know.
have been killing people, man.
He says the only one I know of is back the way you came back in South Dakota. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Below Deadwood and all that.
Yeah. Let's go there.
Yeah.
We got it. We reunited with our families. We're pretty geared up. That's safer.
People don't seem to realize, or maybe they're realizing it, but we're not.
I mean, yeah, if more and more people are coming to where we are, they don't all have family here. They might just be like trying to establish a new base. But yeah, we want to go back to the reservation.
All right. So, I guess you'll have to gear up and get a bigger car. I don't see all you fit in the Mazda 3.
No.
Teresa brought a car.
Yeah.
And Uncle Henry, I guess, would ride with Paul. Yeah. All right. So is that what you're gonna do? You're gonna load up with supplies and start heading south?
Yeah.
All right. So, where would you go? I guess this shopping center, sporting goods center.
Oh, to load up on supplies?
Yeah.
Both.
Both. All right.
Ammo, guns.
Okay. So you start. It's more civilized here than it was at the NRA Outdoor World and Hoagie Shop. So you go in and they're still pretty well stocked. So you load up on gear, you pay for it, you leave, start heading south. And then, like I said, this storm is starting to get worse as you're leaving town. It is actually starting to snow, and you can still see lightning through the snow starting to come down. Wind's picking up; it's getting chillier. But I'm assuming you're going to just keep pushing on, right?
Yeah, we're not stopping.
Okay, so you get to the entrance of town, and the army stops you. Asks where you going? You tell them, obviously, and they just said, all right, we can't keep you here. Just be careful. I'm not saying don't trust the government, but that there are some National Guard imposters out there robbing people, basically. Society's pretty much.
You guys got
starting.
any like code words you say to each
Yeah.
other to make sure you're legit?
Yeah, Gaia. All right.
We ask him, does he have a walkie-talkie we can have to keep in touch with them?
He says, I really shouldn't, but yeah, okay, we'll give you one. We do know, you're pretty much on your own until you get down to like Rapid City. There's another brigade out there starting to set up shop.
Oh, okay. So if we see military kind of between us and there, our first assumption should be that they're not legit.
Right. Yeah. As far as he knows, as far as I know, orders could change, but as far as I know, that's what's going on now. All right. Let's see how far away you are. A couple hundred miles, I'm guessing. All right. So that's where you start heading south, going towards. All right. So.
I probably got a half an hour left.
Yeah, I want to wrap it up actually.
Okay.
So you head south. It takes you longer than you thought it would be. It would, now you're running into abandoned cars and there's people on foot just wandering around trying to, almost like aimlessly. They don't know what to do. As you're driving down, you pass through some of these smaller towns, and you can see that they're starting to be devastated by some of these natural disasters and animal attacks. You see deers almost like on suicide missions, jumping out in front of cars. And it's almost purposeful. You could see. Yeah. Trees, you see one car in front of you see a tree just drop a branch in front of it, knock it off the road. Nature's really starting to go against you now. But you press on, and again it takes you about a day. Thought it wouldn't take that long, but you're trying to weave around.
We're going slow and safe.
Yeah. So you get to this Indian reservation, and you go back to this town center, and you meet the guy you previously talked to, and you plead your case. So I guess let's do a test. See if we'll take you in. Let's do a charisma. So, Paul, you get a +1 for negotiation. I don't know, Shannon.
I'm trying to find my thing here. Hold on.
Where's Shannon? There we go. I'll give you a +1 for always smiling, Shannon.
Yeah.
And
and I got kids, so he's gonna feel bad.
And then I guess we'll do one negative because he's not extremely weary, but he's not extremely comfortable with the idea either.
So 2 positives and a negative?
Yeah.
Okay. I got a 3, a 2, and a 6.
3, 2, and a 6. So you passed.
I passed.
But you took a stress, and what do you have, Paul? You got a 3, 6, and a 3. Did you pass?
6.
I'm sorry.
I just have a 6 because the 3s cancel out, right?
Oh yeah. All right. So. All right. So
I can say, but I can't.
Says you're out, Paul. Get out. You're on your own. All right, so he says, all right, I got to talk to the Elder Council. Hang around. We'll get back to you, within a day. You're free to camp out here for a while. And again, it's like night and day on the outside and inside of this compound. Basically, you can see on the one side, you see a tornado hit and rip across the countryside and then just dissipate when it gets to like the land, the compound or whatever. You see, you see people moving along on the roads and animals attacking them and the trees attacking them. But here there's nothing. You could go up and pet a cow with no problem instead of a cow standing next to a coyote staring at you. So the guy comes back the next day and says, "Okay, I talked to the elders." Says, "Yeah, we'll let you stay, but it won't be for free. You got to work the land. If we have any problems with you, we reserve the right to kick you out. You're basically going to bring you into the community like you're one of ours." All right, and so you agree to this?
Hell yeah.
He says, "Even you, Paul, although you seem a little shady."
I vouch for him.
You vouch for him? All right, so it's the other next day. You're staying there watching the sunset, and you're just contemplating on the future. What's going to happen? Is the world going to end, or is humanity going to survive, or what? And I think we'll leave it off there.
Yeah.
All right, folks, we're going to end the video here. I hope you come back and join us for the next part. Get gaming, have fun, and we'll see you next time.